Alright, let's have a look at these spoilies then. Like, if it's like the glider, it's like special stuff, right? And then these are standard legal with the head on it. I see Gran. Can I zoom in on that? Thank you. Gran. 1 mana wants you whenever Gran becomes tapped. Draw a card and discard a card. Ooh. No creature spells you cast because 1 is to cast as long as there are 3 or more lesson cards in the graveyard. Interesting. That could be like a surprisingly powerful card for real. Gran needs to be in the cage. For real. Thank you for the hype train, guys. Well, all that for 1 mana is kind of crazy because there's so many ways to tap this, by the way. Like, look at cards like the 1-drop in green. What's the thing called again? Is it Gene Pollinator? Either way, like Gene Pollinator, Tyvars, like there's a lot of ways. Look at the station lands, you guys, like the station lands, crewing, all of that. Like Gran seems really strong for real. Especially if your deck cares about looting at all. Like that seems kind of cracked. Not sure about the lesson cards though. I don't know how easy that's gonna be, but for the loot effect already, it seems kind of cracked anyway. Interesting. Gran. Yeah, Gran crew and vehicles, lore accurate. The last Agni Kai, 2 mana. I don't remember what this refers to in the show, but target creature control fights target creature an opponent controls. If the creature the opponent controls is dealt excess damage his way, add that much red. So the editor you don't lose unspent mana as steps and phases end. Whoa. So that actually has like crazy synergy. Oh, that's the fight between Zuko and Ashlizzlle. This is actually crazy strong with firebending too, right? If you cast this and then you do like the firebending stuff. That's kind of cracked too. And also a really good fight spell regardless. Dang. This could ramp you up like fucking crazy, dude. It's instant speed too, by the way, chat. This is an instant speed fight spell that ramps you up. Like, that's crazy. This card is really insane, kinda. This card is really insane for real. Aang at the Crossroads. A 5 mana bent creature, probably a commander, just by the looks of it, but we'll have a look. Flying. When Aang enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature card mana value 4 or less from among them onto the battlefield. The rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. Oh, what the hell? Whenever another creature control leaves the battlefield, transform Aang at the beginning of the next upkeep. Okay, that is kind of crazy. So you spend 5 mana and you technically get like 9 mana value out of it. Plus a very easily accomplished like flip. Land creatures control have vigilance at the beginning of combat on your turn, Earthman 2. Damn, that seems pretty strong, not gonna lie. That seems really strong, low-key. Like, 5 mana is a lot, but you do get a 3/3 out of it and a 4-drop. Out of, what, 5 cards, so you have a little bit of selection there. That reminds me of I almost feel like this card in a way reminds me of the Trumpeting Carnosaur, like Discover 5, but instead of it being RNG, you look at 5 cards and you grab something with mana value 4, and then you can get a really cool flip, which gets you some value. Like, it becomes from like a 3/3 flyer into a 4/4 flyer with like a continuous like effect on it. That seems really sick. If we're allowed to spend 5 mana for spells again, it seems strong. It's true. It could be a cage card too. Like, in cage would be really nice. Oh my god, Ashlizzlle. Nut. Wait. Hold on. Honest work. When it enters, step enchanted creature and remove all counters from it. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a citizen with base power and toughness 1/1. Tap it to add colorless. Named Humble Merchant. I don't know if I'd want to give my opponent a ramp like that. I don't know if I want to do that. I like the fact that it removes counters. That is really cute, but the fact that you turn it into like ramp for your opponent, I don't know. Oh yeah, these two Ashlizzles. Oh brother, Ashlizzlle. The diva that you are. Interesting. So Ashlizzlle is Dimir and Grixis. I was hoping she was gonna be Rakdos. But anyway, I guess sorta right here. So the first Ashlizzle, 5 mana 4/4 with Firebending 2. So technically still is Grixis, I guess, because you make red mana. Interesting. When Azula enters start opponent exiles a non-token creature they control, then they exile a non-land card from their graveyard. During your turn, you may cast cards exiled with Azula, and you may cast them as though they had flash. Man of any time can spend to cast the spells. She's blue fire. I mean, that's true. She is the go. Interesting. I don't know how good this card is, though. Target opponent exiles a non-token creature. Exile a non-land card. I feel like the fact that your opponent gets, like, to choose here is probably what kills the card, I think. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like because they get to choose, it kind of, like, kills it. They mentioned they map the Avatar elements: white air, green earth, blue water, red fire, and black is utilized for the bad characters. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like, firebending to cast those things is really nice, but I do feel like the card for 5 mana, a 4/4, and you don't get to choose what your opponent loses, I think that kind of kills it. But it could be a fun card to build around still, but I don't know. Fire Lord Azula. Hell yeah! Grix is 4/4, firebending 2. Whenever you cast a spell with Fire Lord Azula, whenever you cast a spell while Fire Lord Azula is attacking, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Wow, that's kind of so, like, what is this gonna do? Like, we're swinging with Azula, we cast like a Shoot the Sheriff, and we copy it? Okay, dang. Or, like, I mean, obviously you could do, like, combat tricks and stuff too, but that's kind of... You know. Can be flash creatures too, yeah. That's kind of cool card, though. Copy of Drowner. Double Curiosity. Double Curiosity is nasty. Like, Double Curiosity is nasty. That is nasty. Yeah, that is really nasty. Very nice. Tiger Seal, a 1-mana 3/3. Hold up. At the beginning of your upkeep, tap this creature. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, untap this creature. Whoa. Whenever you draw your second card each turn. Like, the way that I'm already loving Avatar so far, like, these cards are cool. These cards are well designed. They are unique. It doesn't feel like it's just like trash being shoved on a card to just finish something. Like, these are very cool and unique effects. Like, we haven't really seen anything like this on cards before. Like, this is already really cool, right? Like, you can already tell some love and care was shoved into this set purely on, like, the cool, like, flavor we're seeing and the unique designs. That's really nice. Spider-Man feels attacked. Well, maybe it should feel attacked. Whenever you draw your second card, you turn to tap this creature. That seems really easily doable, for real. You almost did something similar on Blue Sky. Yeah, no, that's exactly the T, though. Like, that's exactly the T, because, like, this feels like something that has been loved and cared for, similar to Final Fantasy. Like, this is really nice. Fire Nation Drill, 4-mana 6/3 trample. When Fire Nation Drill enters, oh my god, that is thick. You may tap it. When you do, destroy target creature with power 4 or less. Okay, wow. Permanent you control lose hexproof and indestructible at the end of turn. Your opponent's control. True 2. Dang, this is kind of cracked too. 4-mana 6/3 artifact. Also, it being an artifact means that you can grab it with those, you know, like, what's the card called? The one they use in Synthesizer to ramp yourself up, like go from 3 to 4. The blue card. That could be really nice. You tap it. Hexproof indestructible crew 2, and it's a 6/3. The Bay, yeah. Repurposing Bay. And it's a 6/3 with trample. Very nice, valuable artifact piece. Diley Agents. They slapped 5-mana 3/4 when it enters Earthbend 1, then Earthbend 1. Oh. So you animate 2 lands with this? Whenever this creature attacks, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life or X's number of creature control with 1 counters on them. Really nice limited card, like cracked limited card. Ooh, Rakdos card. Let's see. Ozai the Phoenix King. Anytime there's a legendary Rakdos creature, it's so fucking expensive. I cry. 6 mana. Trample, Firebending 4, and Haste, though. I mean, that is a lot. You lose unspent mana, the mana becomes red instead. What the hell? Ozai has flying and indestructible as long as you have 6 or more unspent mana. What the hell? Okay, this is a very weird card. This is a very weird card. The fuck do you mean? If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes red instead. Basically, you always keep mana and it turns red. Okay, you never lose mana. Right. Yeah, right. So you're basically holding that onto that mana forever? As long as you control him. So it stays through your opponent. Yeah, it's a very weird way to word it. It stays through your opponent's turns and shit. What the hell? It's like a mono green. It's like an Omnath. Load 6 to keep it indestructible and flying and don't lose it. It just turns red. Wow. Okay, dang. I mean, you could also simply just like tap your lands and stuff, right? To like have it count towards this guy. Wow, that is a crazy one. That's a crazy one. Reanimate him. That's a crazy card. Holy shit. That's wild. Okay. Reanimate and Rent, maybe? Yeah, is this card just broken on turn 4 or something? Like, if you zombify it? Bruh. I mean, on turn 4, you'd get a, what, a 7/7 with Trample, Firebending 4, and Haste. Like, the helly? You could get some crazy-ass chains with this card. Yeah, you can play another 4 mana thing immediately after. It's insane, kinda. Okay. Wild. It pays for itself, yeah. They don't have removal. Yeah, of course, that's the thing. Like, they can't have removal. Use a fight spell on the dork. Yo, true. True. Combine Ozai with the last Agni Kai. Dude. Seriously though, if imagine Okai as a 7/7. We zombify Ozai on turn 4. We attack with it, we get Firebending 4. For 2 mana, we play the last Agni Kai. We hit something with 4 toughness. What do we have? Like 8 unspent mana or 6 unspent mana immediately? And if you hit something with lower toughness, you get even more mana. Like, that's kind of a crazy ass combo of cards for real. There's gonna be some scary stuff, y'all. The Lion Turtle? Ooh! 3 mana, 3/6. Holy shit. Vigilance Reach when it enters or gains your life. The Lion Turtle can't attack or block unless there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. But you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. I don't know how easy it's gonna be to get lesson cards in your graveyard for real. I don't know. Oh my god, Uncle. Iroh, Grant Lotus. 6 mana, 5/5. Lotus. Omnath. Lotus. Wait. Unk. Unk is here. Firebending 2. During your turn, each non-lesson instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. The flashback cost is equal to the card's mana cost. During your turn, each lesson card in your graveyard has flashback 1. That feels more like... I don't know, that feels more like a commander, kinda? Like, I don't know. During each non-lesson instant source card in your graveyard has flashback. During turn, each lesson card in your graveyard has flashback 1. I feel like that is just too slow to get value out of, but... yeah, I feel like that is more like something that in Commander you can go nuts with that, you know? Like, I don't know. During each lesson card in your graveyard has flashback 1. Yeah, like, I guess if you know... It could be a fun build around, though, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's kind of slow. Also, have we seen any of the lessons yet? I don't think we have we? We don't even know what those are like. Sokka, Tenacious Tactician, 5 mana, 3/3, Menace, Prowess. Allies you control have Menace and Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 ally creature token. Very simple. Very simple, but could be effective, you know? Menace, Prowess, give other things Menace and Prowess, and create a bunch of 1/1s. That's kind of nice, though. I don't mind that at all. Firelord Azula, yeah! The fucking art on this is incredible. Azula, the baddie that you are. The baddie that you are. This is an Azula fan club right here, for real. The Legend of Kuruk. Scry 2 and draw a card. Exile the Saga and return to the battlefield transformed. After Kuruk. 4/3, whenever you cast a spell, create a 1/1 color spirit creature token. Can block or be blocked by non-spirit creature tokens. Water went at 20. Take an extra turn after this one. Yo, what the hell? Okay. What the fuck? Like, this is very, like, underwhelming, right? Scry 2 then draw, like, whatever for 4, but then you get this, like, crazy-ass... Oh. Ooh. Take me back, take me back. Oh, there's new card spoiled in the meantime. Take me back. 4/3. I mean, it feels like a crazy card. Once again, I think it's kind of, like, Commander-coded, but, yeah. Water Tribe Rallier. 2 mana, 2/2, water and 5... So while paying a water and cost, you can tap your artifacts and creatures to pay for 1. That's water bending. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature about 3 or less from among them. Put into your hand. Rest in the your library in a random order. Okay. F meant for slower games. Yeah. The Boiling Rock Rioter. 3 mana, 3/3, firebending 1. Tap an untapped ally you control and exile target card from a graveyard. Whenever this creature attacks, you may cast an ally spell from among cards you own, exiled with this creature. Ooh. That's kind of sick, though. From among creature you own, exile with the creature. Exile a card from a graveyard. Like, this is not your graveyard. This is a graveyard, by the way. But you do need to cast an ally spell from among cards you own, exiled with the creature. So I think that kind of like makes it weaker. You know, like, it has to specifically be, like, ally focused. So I think that kind of, like, makes it more mid, you know, like... Yeah, you know, if you have a lot of allies on, like, hitting the graveyard, it's quite neat, for sure, but, you know. How'd you get Chikorita home? I shoved her in a suitcase. She's here with me now. Ren and Shaw. 5 mana, 4/4. Flying and firebending 2, a new big dragon. When Ren and Shaw enter, if you cast them and there are 3 or more dragon and or lesson cards in your graveyard, create a token that's a copy of Ren and Shaw, except it's not legendary. If you cast them and there are 3 or more dragon or lesson cards in your graveyard, create a token as a copy of Ren and Shaw, except it's not legendary. Dragon you go to 0. I mean, that's kind of like... So in an ideal world, you spend 5 mana, you get 2 4/4 dragons out of there with firebending 2. That's kind of sick. Love that, though. Badger Mole Cub, 2 mana, 2/2. When this creature enters, Earthbend 1. Whenever you tap a creature for mana, add additional... Whoa. What the hell? Whoa, what the fuck is up with this guy? What the hell? I mean, dude, what? Bruh. fuck? This is like actually broken. What the fuck? Like, so like the cool thing is, right? Like you earthbend 1, you turn your land into a creature and that land immediately taps for green. But also like your Llanowar elves tap for green. Like what the fuck? Dude. Does that work with Pollinator? Yeah. That is insane. Holy fuck. Okay, wow. Oh wow, oh wow. I love the Llanowar elves. I mean, who doesn't? Like, that's crazy, dude. Holy shit. We're doing turn 3 Eugenes now. Yeah. That is awesome, dude. That is awesome. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, this guy is gonna be an absolute, like, standard all-star for sure. Badgermole Cub on 2 isn't a robot in turn 3 that pumps 3 creatures. I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that. I do. An elite that is an elite employee for sure. The Cave of Two Lovers. 4 mana saga. Create 2/1/1 ally tokens. Whenever you search your library for a mountain or a cave, reveal it. Earthman 3. Well, that's kind of mid, you know. Oh, here we have a lesson card. Cycle of Renewal. 3 mana instant. Lesson. Sacrifice a land. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Put them onto the battlefield, tap, and shuffle. Perfectly fine for like a lesson, I think. Perfectly fine. Instant speed's quite nice. Sparring Dummy. Just in time for Halloween. 2 mana, 1/3 Defender. Scarecrow. Mill card. Put a land, mill this way into your hand. Gain 2 life if a lesson card is milled this way. Sure. What the hell? Guru Pathic. 4 mana, 2/4. When it enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal Lesson, Saga, or Shrine. Put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Whenever you cast a Lesson, Saga, or Shrine for 1 counter. This is like limited payoff, I think. Here we have a Shrine, the Crescent Island Temple. 4 mana. When it enters, for each shrine you control, create a 1/1 red Mon creature token with prowess. Whenever another shrine you control enters, create a 1/1 red Mon creature token prowess. Like, shrine decks usually are just like decks with all like 5 color shrines shoved in top of it, right? Like, that's not really something that's going to be constructed playable, I don't think, is it? Solstice Revelations. 3 mana instant lesson. Exile cards on the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. May cast the card without paying its mana cost if the spell's mana value is less than the number of mountains you control. If you don't cast that card this way, put it into your hand. Flashback cost of 7. That's kind of nice. Big Red All-Star. It's kind of RNG heavy though, but Simba, thank you for the 4. That's not bad. Soka Swordmaster. Oh, this is not standard legal. I was like, the art's cool though. Oh, this bird. Yo. Oh my god, Azula! Ah! What does this Azula do? I'm just tracking it for commander. Firebending 1. When Azula attacks, you may discard a card and you get an experience counter for each player who discarded the card this turn. 3 into the end turn, so it gets +1/+1 for each experience counter. Gains mana. So, you know. Okay. Alright. Zuko. Experience counters. Oh my god, this like panda. I remember this panda. Oh my god, Avatar Kyoshi. Baddie. I'm pretty sure Azula's color identity is Grixis, and mostly like there's a Dimir card and there's a Grixis card in there. Oh, you mean in general if this is a Rakdos commander? I think so. I would imagine it is. Neros, thank you for the 2. I think it looks at like the... Or is it mono black? The reminder text doesn't count. Okay, then it's mono black for sure. Never mind then. Aw, sad. They said firebending does not add to the identity. Oh, okay, sure. Aw, okay, well that's fine. That's fine. We do like a good mono black baddie. Toph. I love Toph so much. Yip. Plus super soon the end turn. Also against flying as an ally. Okay, sure. Fiery Confluence. Oh, we're still in like the commander thing, aren't we, with these? Lion Turtle. Energy Bending. 2 mana instant lesson. Land you control gain all basic land types until the end of turn. Draw a card. Wait, isn't this actually correct for like zoo decks in older formats? Am I nuts? Isn't that like really fucking insane? Because I'm pretty sure like the zoo decks are playing like the ley lines that makes it every color, like domain and stuff. Domain, zoo. And it replaces itself as well. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. Domain and zoo stuff. 2 mana, that's kind of crazy. Wow. Zuko's Exile. Exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment. Creates a clue token. Okay. We have some more, This is a crazy cruel tutor. Like, what is this art, bruh? This art is, yeah, submitted at 11:59 p.m. type art. Face card never declines. For real, for real. Oh, lifelong friendship. Look at that one. Cute. Probably right from the show. I mean, it's the same with the Final Fantasy art pieces, right? Like, they just copy-pasted those, like, screenshotted them out of the game. Yeah. Sure, you know. Let's see, what do we have here? Dragonfly Swarm, a dragon insect, 3 mana, flying word 1. This creature's power is equal to the number of non-creature non-land cards in your graveyard. If it dies, if there's a lesson card in your graveyard, draw a card. Ooh, I like it. I mean, this reminds me of those, like, the good old, fuck, what is the name of those cards? Like, that like, red, blue creature that they played in Phoenix. Like, the Drake type things. Crackling Drake. Yeah, it reminds me of that a little bit. Enigma and Crackling Drake. And I love those, like, cards, too. Yeah, I love those things. That's kind of nice. I like that. And then it has flying and ward. It grows pretty big. And, like, if there's a lesson, you even draw a card off of it. Like, it's really nice. Enigma, Drake on crack. Yeah, sorta. Firebending Student. 2 mana, 1/2. Prowess. Firebending X for X is a creature's power. Ooh, that can be really scary, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Imagine that in like a leyline deck or something. Is that equivalent to like what won the you know, the Spotlight series? Imagine in like a leyline pile. You pump it the fuck up, and then as you attack, you get the firebending. You keep pumping it. That's kind of wild. This thing is strong, I think. Even a lot of Prowess Draycatcher decks. The more Prowess I see, the happier I am. Yeah. Pump it, get all the mana back. Like, keep it going. Bruh. So yeah, I see Prowess, I get scared for real. I do. North Pole Patrol. Untap target permanent you control. Waterbend 3. Cute. Leaves from the Vine. 2 mana Saga. Military cards create a food. Put a 1 counter on each of up to 2 target creature control. Draw a card if there's a creature or lesson card in your graveyard. Seems like a reasonable value piece, you know what I mean? Not too bad. Like a little bit of self-mill. A little bit of self-mill, a little bit of card advantage. This is actually a really good value piece, not gonna lie, y'all. I would play something like this over, what do those like graveyard decks play nowadays? I think they play things like, hold on, let me double check. I don't want to say the wrong card. Yuna, yeah, Yuna loves that card. Like, I don't know if I can find the right deck. Let me see. Dredger's Insight, but there's like these other green cards, a certain... where the hell is it? In here? No, cards like Town Greeter, you know, like such type cards, like, what is that one from Duskmourn with the insect stuff on it? Like, I think this card beats all of those. Like, I don't think it's necessarily better than Dredger's Insight, but I think it goes like, it's in second place. So if you at all care about milling yourself, like in Yuna, for instance, this is pretty good, honestly, because you also replace it, right? Like, it's pretty easy replacement. Creature or lesson is so easily done. And you create a food. Like, this seems like a really good self-mill piece for real. I like it. Invasion Tactics, 5 mana. Creatures can roll plus 2 and end its turn. Whenever more allies you control do combat damage, your player draw a card. Ooh, we got a nice Rakdos card over here. Zhao, the Ruthless Admiral. 4 mana, 3/4, firebending 2. Every sacrifice on our permanent creature control +1 +0 until the end of the turn. Has to be like a limited indicator. This Badger Mole, y'all, this thing is going to be like the biggest villain in Standard. I swear. This thing is fucking insane, dude. Oh, man. I'm worried about this guy, but I'm also excited to play with it. Oh my god, I see an Ashlizzlle. Ooh. Shit, that art is incredible too. Love it. Uncle Iroh. Spells, less than spells cost 1 less to cast. Firebending 1, okay. 4/2 body though for 3 mana, not bad. Ashlizzlle on the hunt. Yes, we need more Ashlizzlle. Oh, this art is also insane, dude. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna start blushing. Oh, hey. Hey, Ashlizzlle. How are you? Oh my god. That is so sick, y'all. What the fuck? Absolute baddie. Like, I cannot believe. Look at that art. Hell yeah. Firebending 2 whenever Ashlizzlle attacks with one life, create a clue. 4 mana, 4/3. Alright, not too bad. Firebending 2. Okay, okay. I like that the clue token you can immediately pay for with the firebending. That's really nice. Yeah, this art is incredible. Hey, Ashlizzlle stands. Hey. That's really nice, for real. Kid me definitely wanted Ashlizzlle to hurt me and I was confused about that. Please. Airbender Ascension, 2 mana enchantments. Appa looks so cute. What is enchantment enters? Airbend up to 1 target creature. Okay. But like airbending was blinking it, right? Like picking it up and putting it in exile to replay on a later turn or something? Whenever a creature control enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if this enchantment has 4 more quest counters, exile to 1 target creature control, put into battlefield under owner's control. Exile and cast it for 2, yeah? Exile and cast it for 2, yeah. Interesting. Okay, so this is really like a nice value piece, I guess. So if you can manage to get 4 quest counters on it, then eventually this becomes like the ultimate blink piece, right? That's basically what it reads. Like, you invest into it, you get the blink immediately, and then at some point when you cast 4 more creatures, when it's on the battlefield, you blink everything for free. That's kind of sick. More Ren and Shaw, the less Agni Kai. Oh, this art is incredible, dude. Ah. Yeah, like y'all said, Ashlizzlle versus Zuko. Sick. Allies at last. 3 mana, instant affinity for allies. Up to 2 target creature control. Each deal damage equal to their power to target creature and opponent controls. Wow, instant speed, green removal, which is nice, but can also be really nicely discounted. Love that. I think we do have enough good dragons. I think Tarkir probably makes this very playable. I think so. We've seen Aang at the Crossroads, we've seen Sokka. Also, yeah, Libby, by the way, these are like the new previews. Unlucky Cabbage Merchant. 2 mana, 2/2, create a food. Whenever you sacrifice a food, you may search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield tap. If you search your library this way, put a creature on the bottom of the owner's library, then shuffle. Oh, okay. Interesting. Cabbage Merchant. Oh my god, Ty Lee, chat, also a Betty, by the way. Like, Ty Lee. 3 mana, 2/1, Flesh Prowess. When it enters, step up to 1 target creature. Everything's at prowess, no! Tap up to 1 target creature, it doesn't tap their controls and tap step for as long as you control Ty Lee. With Flesh too, dang. It's just like, I don't want to say it's a more cracked version of, you know, Floodpit Drowner, but it reminds me an awful lot of it. That's kind of wild. Because, like, Drowner gives, like, stun counters, right? And if Drowner's on the battlefield, you can still lose the stun counters. And if Ty Lee remains on the battlefield... Yeah, like, I'm trying to think if it's, like, a better or a worse Drowner. You know, like, Drowner can permanently remove a creature from the battlefield. Ty Lee doesn't do that, but keeps it stunned as long as the card's there. Yeah, a more offensive Drowner. I mean, still really strong, right? Like, I'll play both. For real. 3 mana is a lot more than 2 with Prowess. Yes, with Prowess it's kind of like... For 3... yeah, like, it's 3 mana. You probably just want to play both, I assume. Like... Okay. The Mechanist. 3 mana, 1/3. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a clue token. On the end of turn, target artifact token control becomes a 3/1 construct artifact token flying creature with flying. Hey, we love S-Cookie players and like artifact enjoyers, like animate artifact enjoyers. This card slaps. I like that. Cool card. I always like building with cards like this. I like that stuff. So these are... Have we seen these? Main sets? I don't know if we have. I don't think we have. These are previously spoiled. I remember seeing Appa. I remember seeing this Aang. Sozin's Comet. Each creature you control gains Firebending 5 until the end of turn. Foretell 3. I don't think I've seen that. That's kind of nuts. Faded Firepower. This enters the X fire counters on it. Oh yeah, the turns the damage. It deals damage for an amount of damage equal to the number of fire counters on this. The Rise of Sozin. Destroy all creatures. Like, this card's also gonna be crazy, right? 6 mana, destroy all creatures. Choose a card name. Search target mode, graveyard, library, hand. Exile them. Exile the Saga, return it. You get like a 5/5 with Firebending 3 and Menace. Deals combat damage. Your player may pay X. When you do, put any number of target creature cards, total mana value X or less from the graveyard onto the battlefield. Like, this thing is nice! Really good piece in like mono black. Yeah, there should be new cards up top too. The intersect all turn it leaves the battlefield waterbend 3, sacrifice enchantment if you do scry 2. I mean, we've seen a lot of these effects, but I like the flash on this. Yeah, I think we've seen the inside side of that. Momo is really nice. These have been up for a while. Heartless Act being reprinted is huge. Like, huge. Cat Owl. I feel like maybe I haven't seen all of these for real, but I've seen those. The alt arts are insane, by the way. Momo's crazy. Momo is crazy, dude. Momo is insane. Firelord Zuko, 3 mana, 2/4, Firebending X for X is Lord Firelord Zuko's power. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, whenever a permanent you control enters from exile, put a 1 counter on it. Like, kind of like commander energy on those. Katara the Fearless. If you trade ability of ally you control triggers an additional time. Yeah, Momo, dude. 1 mana, 1/1, flying. The first non-lemur creature spell with flying you cast during each of your turns goes 1 less to cast. Like, holy shit. Whenever another creature you control with flying enters, Momo gets +1/+1. Like, the fact that this you can play this on 1 and you literally play a 3-drop on 2 is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Momo Angels. Yeah. Momo Angels. Like, that is a good RAM piece, dude. During each of your turns. Then where else move over, Momo is in town. I like this lesson too. 1 mana instant. Additional cost to cast a spell, pay 5 life or pay 2. Change the target of target spell or ability with a single target. I think this is kind of nutty too. What's Power Cube? It's like a Arena's vintage cube. Momo Bats will be the new meta. Momo Bats. Oh yeah, Momo is a bet, I guess. Zoraline. The Zoraline, come get this bread. It's true. This is really kind of like crazy card, by the way, as well. I've had people be really hyped on Sokka too. When Sokka enters, discard up to 2 cards and draw that many cards. Like, we know an effect like that is cracked, but discard 2, draw 2 on the 2-drop is kind of insane. Like, we see the discard to draw 2 on the creature usually for 3 mana. This is on a 2-drop. Whenever you cast an artifact or less than spell, put a 1 counter on Sokka. It's kind of like, you know, it's a little bit worse, but like, this effect on the 2-drop is insane. Maybe worth playing for that already anyways. Yeah, with the shark and stuff. So another reason for us to ban Proft. Ahaha, because they're just gonna take Vivi out and replace it with Sokka. I don't know. Off the first Metal Bender, 4 mana, 3/3. Don't look at artists, draw lands in addition to other types. Like, that's non-token artifacts are lands in addition to their other types. At the beginning of your end step, Earthband 2. Like, that's a really cool card, you know? Non-artifacts you control are lands in addition to other types, but they don't gain the ability to tap for mana. So, like, you can basically... Tough basically just animates artifacts, right? Like, that's how you're supposed to look at it. So then it becomes a 0/0 creature with haste. You put 2/1/1 counters on it. It has to be non-token. Yeah, like, it's not as if you can animate a food token, but you could animate, like... I don't know, what's, like, an artifact we're playing in these colors? I don't know, like, the Legion Extruder or something? You can sacrifice the animated artifact and it comes back in play. Put 2/1 counters on it when it dies or is exiled, returns to battlefield tapped. Ooh, that's kind of how it becomes interesting, I guess. Yeah, like if you animate, or like I guess in general, like if I like animate a Legion Extruder, for instance, and I swing with it, and my opponent blocks it, it comes back to the battlefield and deal 2 damage with it again. That's kind of sick. Ooh, tough is kind of spicy. You, the Moon Spirit, 4 mana, 3/3 flying, vigilance, waterbend, 5. You make a no creature spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. You love those effects. Well, as long as Kona's in the format, then this is not really going to be much better than that, right? Sacrifice our to draw whenever, and let's see, Catgator, Epic Downfall. I do fuck with Epic Downfall. I do. I remember playing Epic Downfall on my sideboard against like Uro shenanigans back in the day. I don't know. I remember playing it. Fire Nation attacks, Fire Nation Engineers, having a look at some like other relevant cards because I feel like I've gone over these already. Flopsy. Oh. Haru, 2 mana, 1/1. Whenever another ally you control enters Earthbend 1. I think Earthbending has to be really cracked, right? Heartless Axe. I mean, very sad art, but also incredible card. We needed that. I think Chet, I think we can all agree we play Heartless Act over Shoot the Sheriff any day, right? I'm pretty sure we do. I'm starting to think, like, do we play it over Bitter Triumph too? Probably. Then again, Bitter Triumph does answer, like, Planeswalkers and how relevant that becomes kind of matters, but... yeah. Play all 3. One of each. One of each. Whenever another creature you control or land you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1 counter on target creature control. Really cool piece to build around. Whenever Master Peku becomes tapped, target player mills X card to X's number of lesson cards in your graveyard. Like, that's probably not gonna be that easy, because I don't see that many lessons. And we have a lesson here. Deal 2 damage to target player. Player discards 2 cards. For 3 mana, that's really nice. Deals 2 damage to target player. Discards 2 cards. Wow. That's really good value, I feel. Sokka's Haiku. Counter target spell, draw cards, mill 3 cards, and tap target land. Baby Blightning. Yeah, Baby Blightning. The Temple. Suki also such a baddie, dude. I'm just trying to see if anything. Angst Journey. If this, the Angst Journey is actually a good spell too, right? 2 mana, kicker 2, search your library for a basic land card. If spells kicked instead, search your library for a basic land card, put a shrine and a shrine card. Reveal those cards, put onto the battlefield in your hand, and shuffle, you gain 2 life. I mean, that's already like, spend 2 mana, gain 2 life, find a basic land. Like, if for a lesson, it's not too bad. You enjoyed the Rent video, thank you. Then an attachment, you may discard a card to draw 2 cards. Also not bad for a lesson. Yeah, it reminded me of environmental studies, and environmental studies saw quite a lot of play for real. Airbend target null net permanent. Do we have no learn cards in Yeah, I feel like this card's also pretty reasonable. Exile target null net permanent, or airbend target null net permanent and draw a card. That's not too bad either. There's 0 learn cards. Okay. I guess I didn't want that either. But I guess in older formats you do get to play with that stuff and all that. More lessons. I guess the number one like reason to be playing these lesson cards is have them like as payoff for cards that want to see lessons in the graveyard. -1/-1, put a 1 counter on target creature for 2. for both effects, like that could be a decent combat trick. Maybe get learned. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Lizard. Like, that's what I'm thinking too. It feels like they're setting up for Strixhaven. It feels like they're setting up for Strixhaven, I think. I feel like we've seen most of these, yeah. The little Quencha and stuff. This otter penguin is so cute! The turtle duck, cute! Anyway, there's some new cards up top here that just got spoiled as well. Real time. Oh, look at the swamp and Momo in it. Cute. New art of firebending students. Is Momo in all of them and we just don't see it? Momo, I see Momo. It's like, where's Waldo vibes? Where's Momo in these? I don't see Momo. They said in multiple arts there's a hidden Momo. Momo's gotta be in here too. Is he like back? No, he's not back there, is he? I don't know. White Lotus style. 4-mana artifact. Enters tapped. You add X mana of any one color where X is the greatest number of creature control that have creature type in common. Interesting. Wow. Commander All-Star just dropped. Oh, Typal Commander All-Star just dropped. Who this? Dang. Okay. Trusty Boomerang. Equipped creature has 1 mana. Tap target creature. Return Trusty Boomerang to its owner's hand. Equip 1. Momo in the play. Momo is there. I don't see Momo in these. I must be blind. Earth King's Lucian. 2 mana, 1/1 with trample. When this creature enters, put a 1 counter on each other ally creature you control. When another ally you control enters, put a 1 counter on it. I don't know. Like, how many allies are just Spider-Man? Avatar, right? Because I don't remember any other allies being in any... Or is Starkir? Does Starkir have allies? No, right? I don't think so. I wonder what you can do with something like this. Oh, the Spider Heroes? No, I don't know. I just wonder if there's any other, like, cards like that in Standard. Blast with Zendikar? Right. This Suka art's cool. This Aang art's very cool. White Lotus reinforcements. Other allies you control get +1/+1. Sun Warriors, 4 mana, 3/5. Firebending X or X is the number of creatures you control. Wow. Oh, a Bloodbender! Ooh. A Bloodbender. When it enters, target opponent mills 3 cards. Exile up to 1 target non-creature and non-land card from the player's graveyard. For as long as you control Hama, you may cast the exile card during your turn by waterbending X, rather than paying its mana cost, where X is the mana value. I mean, doesn't seem like crazy strong, but it is cool to see a Bloodbender. As you get it full, thank you for the 3. Does it make sense? 1 mana sorcery lesson. Look at the top X as your library X is the number of lands you control. May reveal a creature or land card from among them, put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Well, that's really nice. Wow. As a lesson too. That's very playable. Wow, look at this firebending student. Yeah, that's really nice. The Legend of Roku. Exile the top 3 cards of your library until the next turn. You may play those cards. Add 1 mana of any color. Exile and return. Avatar Roku, 4/4, firebending 4. For 8 mana, you create a 4/4 dragon with fire and firebending 4. Just big firebending payoff. Okay. War Balloon, 3 mana, 4/3 flying. Put a fire counter on this vehicle. As long as 3 or more fire counters, it's an artifact creature. Crew 3. Okay, cute. Cunning Maneuver, +3/+1 until the end of turn. Create a clue. Day of Black Sun. X black sorcery. Each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities until the end of turn. Then destroy those creatures. Or wow, okay. Model like pest control. That's really nice against shitty ass like the glimmers from like Duskmourn and shit. Eat shit, enduring curiosity, like that's quite nice actually. Also, I say eat shit curiosity. This is like the ultimate anti-sacrifice card, I fear. Oh my god. If you're playing sacrifice, somebody wipes your board, you're gonna be crying looking at this, for real. I mean, I know I am. It costs a lot, yeah, but I mean, maybe in like mono black Eugene or something, or like where you have a lot of rem pieces, could be really nice. The Secret of Bloodbending, 4 blue. Oh shit. A mythic lesson? As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may waterbend 10. You control target opponent during their next combat phase. If the spell's additional cost was paid, you control that player during their next turn instead. The hell? Emrakul vibes? Okay. During the next combat phase. Whoa, okay. That's kind of intense, dude. Wow. That's kind of intense, not gonna lie. I mean, I think Loki, it could already be worth the play for like 4. Is that weapon manufacturing Secret of Bloodbending? Yeah. Dang. Omniscience got an Emrakul card now. Fuck. Yeah, it was a sick moment in the bloodbending era in like the anime was definitely one of my favorites too. I would really need to rewatch that. Oh, look at this little bird spirit. Ooh. Bunshitong, the librarian. A bestie. X blue, bird spirit, flash, flying vigilance. Okay, that's a lot of good keywords already. When it enters with X1 counters on them, then draw half X cards rounded down. Well, welcome back, Hydroid Crassus. What the fuck? Hydroid Crassus vibes? Whenever an opponent searches their library, put a 1 counter on it and draw a card. I mean, I don't know how often that'll happen, but when it enters X1 counters, draw half X cards with flash and flying and vigilance. It's really nice. It's really nice, for real. Mother Goose wishes. Yeah, that's really nice. Momo, more Momos. Aang, the last Airbender. Air Wardens, Water, Norland permanent. Whenever you cast a lesson spell against lifelink. It's kind of like limited payoff and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Foggy Swamp Visions. 3 mana sorcery. I just love the art in this set, by the way. Like, dang. As an additional cost to cast a spell, Waterbend X. So waterbending on a black card? Interesting. Exile X target creature cards from your graveyard. Oh, exile target X target creature cards from graveyards. For each creature card exiled this way, create a token that's a copy of it? Pipe the fuck down. At the beginning of your next end step, sacrifice those tokens. What the fuck? Huh? Wait a damn minute. Exile target creature cards from graveyards. For each creature card exiled this way, create a token that's a copy of it. Wait, isn't that like... Bruh, that may actually just be insanely broken. What the fuck? Imagine playing it. Imagine queuing into a Kavaro player and you're like, I'm just gonna cast Foggy Swamp Visions. Yo. So not only do you like destroy their graveyard, you also steal them for a turn and then they sack. Welcome back, Vein Ripper. This with Vein Ripper, chat? Kinda gas. Yeah, you just need to have cards with a very strong ETB. Does that still synergize with Bringer of Last Gift and stuff? Also, by the way, you can also just reanimate cards that give haste to the battlefield. Like, right? That's always something you can go for. Create a creature as a token. I'm pretty sure you get it. Why wouldn't you get it? Yeah, like you get the ETBs, you get the exile going for it. Like you could just find something with haste and go nuts with it. This feels like it could be part of a really cool like combo type deck. Do Cyber reenact a crime against Kavaro. This is strictly better. Yeah, this feels kind of nuts. Crater Hoof. Creative Hoof, come get this bread. I guess the one downside, of course, is that like you have to waterbend X, so you have to make sure that you can tap some stuff in order to exile a lot. But like, yeah, that's kind of the downside to it. But I think if you build your deck right, you can go nuts with that for sure. Damn, Avatar is looking good as fuck, you guys. We needed this. Like, after the Spider-Man shenanigans, we needed this for real. Like, we really needed this. Alright. We needed this, chat. We needed this.